this build work, baby.
Malfunctioning.
Uh-oh.
System reactivated. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Rogue explosive seeker mine detected.
No, sir.
Agent down. Boost about to come. An agent needs assistance.
This guy.
Serious trauma detected. Agent incapacitated.
Where you at, dude? You're not gonna be beating me with my own build, man. Straight up.
Rogue striker drone detected.
No, sir. No, sir. Sit down, both of y'all. Get that away, man. I'm about to push this dude, man. Who is this CC guy? Sit down, boy. Problem. No, dude. Uh-oh. Better start running around like... What you doing, man? You don't see me right here?
Hello everyone, how y'all feeling today? Identity here, and today I want to go off meta. Wait, I'm always going off meta, right? Anyways, I know you're gonna love this one because 90% of you beautiful people use the Lady Death anyway, so this is right up your alley. Y'all remember Ninja, right? Of course you do. The build that helped put True Patriot Pestilence to shame. Well, I got something else for you, Shinobi. An evolution to that beast. One that's not only for PvP, but optimized also for PvE based on the nature of its talents. This might be one of the most dominant off-meta builds I put together. So what are we waiting for? Here it is. Yo, what is good, man? Alright, like I said, this is an off-meta build, and I wanted to go there with a meta weapon. That way, I figure it'll be super strong. Now, the only talents I've seen on a Lady Death build have been Intimidate, for the chest piece, Unbreakable, and Adrenaline Rush. Even if you had Unbreakable, most likely people would use Adrenaline Rush because it's just so good, it's so strong. But I wanted to go somewhere different with it. You know what I mean? I told you guys that I wanted to make a variation of my ninja build because that build was so great and it was so strong. But each meta, certain builds get weaker, certain builds get stronger, and that one doesn't perform as well as it used to because it was for a specific purpose. But this build is crazy strong, man. And you know I'm gonna use Firewall because just like my previous build, it synergizes perfectly with the Ninja Bike knee pads because of the bonus armor that you get while doing a cover to cover. And honestly, there's no medkit that tops the Firewall medkit. But I will say that the Sharpshooter medkit is pretty clutch because you could just completely take off a status effect. As soon as you pop that medkit, all your status effects go away. But for this build, Firewall is perfect. For the primary, I'm rocking with the Lady Death. Hey y'all, this is my first time using this. And the reason why this is so strong with mini builds is because of what it does. I mean, the talent's called Breathe Free. And you basically just get stacks while moving. All you got to do is move. I mean, that's all you're doing in the game. You're running around, you're walking around, you're moving. So the way you move depicts how fast you get to these maximum stacks. And each round you fire, it consumes these stacks and it amplifies your damage by 75%. So this is the perfect DPS SMG. It has the whole package. And then once you get a kill, you get 20% movement speed for 10 seconds, which is basically the booster hive that everyone used to use. So this probably is one of the best exotics that have been released. Some say it's OP, and I say it's OP with this build. But I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to use it, and I'm going to show you what I got. For my secondary, I use the same archetype of shotguns, the custom M870 MCS. This is the shotgun I use in surgical. You know, the one that said another meta killer arises. On that build, the talent was Optimist, where when you fire your weapon, the less amount of ammo you have, the more damage you do. But I wanted to go with 𝐿. 𝐿 is the strongest talent at the moment, I'd say. It gives you the best damage potential based on the fact that you have to use skills, and when you use a skill, it gives you damage, which is doubled if both of the buffs are active at the same time. So I'm using the Crusader shield with the firewall, which is the best time to use it actually, because the Crusader shield gives you 12% bonus damage per enemy. So whoever's in front of me, if you got 2 people in front of you, you're going to get 24% bonus damage based on the fact that they're in front of you. And you can only get this with the firewall specialization, because each specialization has their specific skill that allows you to use that skill based on the fact you're using that specialization. So firewall is the best time to use this shield. And the reason why it's so strong with 𝐁 and with a shotgun is because since I'm using versatile, I switch to my shotgun. It gives me the versatile 35% damage buff plus the 60% damage that I'm getting from 𝐁. With a shotgun that's hitting for 1.3 million damage and critted out to the max. Look, man, I don't even need to say anything about how strong this is. If you guys know about shotguns and versatile, then you know how hard this hits. For the build, you see I'm using a 3-piece Sokolov. It gives me the total package of what I need, because Sokolov gives you SMG damage for the Lady Death, crit damage, and crit chance, period. This is what allows me to maximize my crit and damage all at the same time. This is pretty much God rolled, and I rolled this to armor because I want it to be at 1.3, which is the standard for PvP, and it's great for PvE as well. You got to get lucky with Sokolov because Sokolov comes as a weapon core, so I had to find this with these stats already on them, which allowed me to roll armor. Pretty sweet. Now the chest piece, it's not unbreakable, it's not intimidate, it's gunslinger. I wanted to make this combination a long time ago, and I was in the middle of making a couple of other builds. I was like, forget it, I'll come back later, I'll do it later. Now it just seems like the perfect time to do it, because all I see is the same Lady Death builds running around all day, every day. Now I wish I had a better Sokolov chest piece. This is what I can get. It doesn't have any crit chance, but hey, when you have an SMG, it's easier to get crit chance, so I don't really need this stat per se. It'd be nice to have it probably for the shotgun crit, but for the Lady Death, I'm good. Gunslinger, no matter what you do, as long as you have 2 separate weapons equipped for your primary and secondary, when you swap to that weapon, it increases your weapon damage by 20% for 5 seconds. So let me give you an example. When switching from the Lady Death to the shotgun, remember I said you're getting that 60% plus the 24% if you got 2 people in front of you. Let's just say 12% if it's just 1 person, okay? Let's not go too far. If I'm switching to my shotgun from my Lady Death, that's 20% more on top of the 60% plus the 12, almost 100% damage that I'm getting from just switching my weapon. Now every single weapon on here is an absolute threat, and the Lady Death is not dependent upon me being within a certain distance in order to get that 35% damage from intimidate. So you can use the Lady Death from a ranged position per se, not really that far, but further than intimidate. The third piece of Sokolov is the holster. Pretty good. I wish the weapon damage was better, but it's still nice. Oh, let me give a shout out to this weapon skin though. Look at that weapon skin for the Mozambique special. It's pretty hot, ain't it? I just wanted to point that out. That's it. All right, I just talked about this. Versatile. It's a Badger Tough backpack. All you need is 1 piece of the Badger for the shotgun damage. Okay, now I got this a long time ago. Shotguns and SMGs are one of the best combinations to use when using versatile. Like, I don't know why, but ARs only give you 10% damage when enemies are within 15 to 25 meters away, and that's with LMGs also. The best 2 combinations to have are with rifles and SMGs, rifles and shotguns, shotguns and SMGs. You want that 35% damage. The gloves are some of my absolute favorite. I use these in a lot of builds. Almost max crit chance, crit damage with maximum armor. Now you want to have 3 armor cores and 3 weapon cores so you can get that 1.3 million armor. And it's cool because Badger Tough comes as an armor core, so you shouldn't have a problem getting that. The only issue you'd have is probably Sokolov and Grupo Sombra. But any way you can get this composition will be fine. So if you can get a Grupo holster and you have Sokolov gloves that's already rolled the way you need it to be, then you're golden. All right. The Ninja Bike Messenger knee pads. I wasn't using the cover to cover in PvP on this build as much as I was doing on my Ninja build, but the Ninja Bike Messenger knee pads are pretty much goated in PvE. I mean, I tried to use the cover to cover in PvP a couple times, I mean, maybe I was just in a different headspace at that time. Maybe I was just like in the zone because I was giving people the okie doke with the Ninja Bike Messenger knee pads. Like I was going crazy with them. And I was trying to do the same thing. I mean, I failed a couple times. I succeeded a couple times. But with the Lady Death in PvP, because you have breathe free and because your movement speed and your stacks increase based on you on your feet and not really in cover to cover, it's more beneficial in PvP to use it that way. I'd say the Ninja Bike Messenger knee pads are better for PvE because PvE, performing a cover to cover, gives you the ability to take less damage from NPCs. They will not hit you as much, all while switching between the Lady Death and the shotgun. If you get into trouble, pull out that shield and get even more damage. Now the Ninja Bike Messenger knee pads, after the last patch, they got buffed again. So not only does it reload your weapon, it also gives you 25% bonus armor for 5 seconds after performing a cover to cover. So once you perform a cover to cover, you get that bonus armor from Firewall, you know, from the specialization. And then when you hit that cover, you get another 25%. So 25% of 1.3 million is pretty hefty. Once again, for my first skill, I'm using the EMP Sticky Bomb. Now remember, I did say as long as people will be using that Crusader shield is as long as I'm going to be using the EMP Sticky Bomb to counter them. This is just the absolute best way to counter them, in my opinion. And it gives you a crazy advantage, man. And that's all I'm gonna say about that, really. And that's it for the build, folks. I'm not gonna tell you that I think you're gonna like this build because I know you're gonna like this build. It's crazy. The synergy is perfect with Versatile and Gunslinger. If you just want to run and gun and wreak havoc everywhere you go, this is the one for you. Now I know we got Skyscraper coming up. I teased another build that I'm coming out with next. It's prepared for Skyscraper and it's really good in PvP. So I want y'all to stay tuned for that build coming next. But I just wanted to get this out for you because I was having so much fun with it. And I think it's really strong. I think it's a good change up for the norm that everybody's running. So try this build out and let me know what you think down in the comments. I'll see you on my next video. Until then, be right out.